I'm Betsy.
And I'm Amy.
And we're from Greenbrier Middle School in Chesapeake, Virginia.
And we are going to share with you some of our procedures for formative and summative assessments.
Most of our formative assessments have become so natural to us that they're just kind of part of our instruction. Each day we like to begin our class with a warm-up, as most people do, and we use warm-ups that kind of spiral in the curriculum. But one of the things that we do, Amy usually leads this, and I'm walking around with a clipboard and I can make notes as to who's getting it, who's not getting it, and then at the end of the day, when Amy has her academic support bell, she can just grab that clipboard, look on there and see if anybody had any particular problems, and then she can work with them during that bell. So in this clip, you're going to see Amy and I working on a warm-up.
And just a side note, we have 20 boys in this class, and so
21.
sometimes we are writing behaviors down on the clipboard as well, so that kind of helps us jog our memories when we're looking back. So
Exactly.
Sometimes that makes a big difference.
Yeah, it's a great tool. Okay, so here's the clip.
Looking at row Tuesday, and the first one, Damon, we have 1/3 divided by 5/9. What is the rule for dividing fractions?
Keep it, change it.
Yeah, so this should be 1/3
Times 9 over 5.
times 9 over 5. Then what'd you get?
You get 9 over 15, which will be simplified to 3/5.
9 over 15, and you simplify it to 3/5. Awesome. Very good. How many of y'all got 3/5? Good job. So remember, you cannot leave it as 9/15ths, right?
No.
I'm already in 12, so I didn't have to do anything to that. The only one I had to change was the second fraction. Okay? So now, Brandon, that we have the same denominator, all you had to do was what? Subtract the top, and I get what?
1/12.
1/12, because the 12 stays the same. How many of y'all got that without me doing it? 4 people. All right.
I got 2 25ths.
You got 2 25ths?
Yeah.
Where'd you get 25 from?
Okay, well, I did this. I did 11 12s. I changed to a decimal, then I did 5 6, changed to a decimal, then
Well, look.
I changed it.
Jabril, stop. Stop. Right here, what does that say?
no decimals, but then
Okay, so why did we change it to a decimal?
I just subtracted the decimal and turned it to a fraction. Then
But we don't do that for this. All we're doing is subtracting, and we just have to get a common denominator. Okay?
yeah, I know.
All right, guys, fractions are not going anywhere. We're going to keep doing them. Yes, Chase? Formative assessment strategy that we use to determine prior knowledge is called Guess the Fib.
In Guess the Fib, we create 3 statements. 2 of them are true and 1 of them is not. And we ask the kids to tell us which one is the fib.
So we're going to, this also will allow us to get some good discussion going and find out what the students do already know about this particular topic. And we're getting ready to start a unit on angles, so there's going to be a clip of Betsy leading this activity, Guess the Fib.
Voting cards. We're getting ready to start a new unit today, and I'm excited because it's one of my favorite units. It's part of the geometry unit that we do. Yeah. You don't like geometry? Oh, I love geometry. Yeah, shapes and angles. And so we want to kind of see what you already know. And so we're going to play a little game called Guess the Fib. Now, I'm going to show you a slide that has 3 statements on it. 2 of the statements you were going to share. 2 of the statements are true and 1 is not. The fib, the lie. You and your partner have to figure out whether it's statement 1, 2, or 3 that's the fib. Okay, does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. Everybody ready for the first one?
A lie.
What's a fib?
It's a lie.
A lie. The not true. Not true.
You're by yourself.
All right, ready? Okay, shh. Now you can talk with your partner, but that's it.
Wait, I don't have a partner.
It's fine. If you don't have a partner, it's fine.
You'll have to have all the brain power. All right, here are 3 statements. Angles are measured with a ruler. Angles are measured with a protractor. Angles are measured in degrees. 2 of those are true, 1 is not. So you hold up the number of the one, James. 2 of them are true and 1 is not true. I want the one that's not true. Not true.
Not true.
Not true.
He was number one.
All right. Shh, shh, shh. Okay.
Oh my God. It's just every number.
All right. Very good. I don't see anybody with the wrong answer on that. So you guys know that we do not measure angles with a ruler. That's good because we do measure them with a protractor. All right. Very good. Next one. Ready? And two lines that cross are called intersecting. Two lines that cross are parallel. Two lines that cross form angles. One of those is not true. All right. Show me, Kareem, with your arms. Your arms are two lines. I want you to cross them for me. Ah, now, Kareem, when your hands cross like that, do you see an angle?
No, I mean, yeah.
Your name's not Kareem. Yes, you do. So now, Kareem, show me which one of those sentences is not true. The first one? All right, if I have two streets, okay, because streets look like lines, right? And they cross.
Oh, it's the second.
It's the second one. Very good. All right, so if two lines cross, they're not parallel, because those are the opposites. Okay, good. All right, now this one is probably new to you. Okay? Vertical angles are congruent. Vertical angles are called kissing angles. Vertical angles form 90 degrees. Oh. Now to answer this, you have to know what a vertical angle is, and I don't think you guys did this in 7th grade. I don't think, but I'm just interested to see what you think is the answer. Pretty impressive.
Is it right?
Pretty impressive. Most of you have the right answer. The lie is this one. Vertical angles are congruent. Vertical angles are called kissing angles, but they do not necessarily form 90 degrees. Very good.
That's the only one that makes sense.
It's the only one that makes sense. Why?
Because, like, that's a kissing angle, like the bottom of a kiss, right? Is that what kissing angle is?
That's nasty.
Well, I'm not going to tell you yet. You'll find out. All right. Adjacent. Now, we have used this word before, I think, for something else. Adjacent means next to. Adjacent angles are congruent. Adjacent angles must share a side. One of those is not true.
And he was number one.
Take a guess. There's no right or wrong answer at this point. Oh, so we got lots of different answers here. All right, well, I will tell you, adjacent does mean next to. And adjacent angles do share a side, but they're not necessarily congruent. So the correct answer was 2.
Oh, wait, yeah, I said 2.
All right. Now, this word, you might have heard this word before. Supplementary angles make a straight line. Supplementary angles add up to 180. And supplementary angles look like a corner. Which one is not true?
Oh, I got this because the corners look like right.
Most of you have, James, I don't see your card. Whit, I don't see yours. You chose 1? James, what do you think? The correct answer is 3. Yeah. Supplementary angles don't make a corner. And what were you going to say, Brandon?
I'll say like right angles, like corners.
Right angles make a corner, and supplementary angles are not right angles. Good.
Really good.
All right. Complementary angles form a corner. Just a second.
All right, get your unit sheet out. Just put those cards in a little pile. The unit sheet. So guess what our unit is on?
Angles.
Angles, yes. All right, so Everybody take their sheet, look at the top. So you're circling yes or no, we're on before the unit. Can you measure angles of less than 360 degrees using the right tools to the nearest degree? So you're just saying whether or not you can do this right now before we do this unit.
Do you think you can?
The next one, can you identify and describe relationship between angles formed by two intersecting lines, which y'all just showed us. Some of you know some of this already. So I'm thinking some of you are circling yes. The third one, can you identify and describe relationship between pairs of angles that are vertical? And then you have supplementary, complementary, and then adjacent. And then the last one, can you use the relationship among angles to solve practical problems? So go through those.
Huh.
All right, then we have some different vocabulary for this unit. And again, we just used most of these in the little warm-up we just did, except we didn't talk about ray, vertex. So anyway, look at that vocabulary. You probably know what most of these are.
What's a ray?
Okay, are you ready for this unit? Do you know how to use a protractor? Do y'all remember this?
Oh, yes.
Remember the protractor?
Raise your hand if you think you really know how to use a protractor well.
You did it on the field trip.
Okay. All right.
All right.
The Hall of Fame.
And do you remember what a ray is?
Yes.
Okay, and just to review, if you need help, now remember Ms. Batten said at the beginning of class, we all, Jarrell and Brandon, are starting new right now. Nobody's failing, nobody has a D, everybody's at the same spot. So if you find yourself falling behind, what can you do? You can see Ms. Batten in the morning or myself. I'm not here at 7:30, but I'm here by 8. If you want to come after school, make an appointment, you can email Ms. Batten, call a friend. Here are all the sections in the book we're going to be working with. And then you can also use Google to look up these different angles. You can use, what's the, Khan Academy. So you have lots of resources besides just us here. If you get home, you have lots of things you can do.
Do we have a zero in this class right now?
You're at 100. Everybody's at 100.
No,
Everybody-
so